Hey YouTube, Willow Dragonfly here. A few days ago I had done an incense and a success oil, so I thought I would show you my process of writing a spell, so to speak, ritual, whatever you may want to call it. So one of the things I do is I start by kind of like brainstorming what I want the ritual to cover. What am I going to be asking for? And then I will take those things and I'll kind of break them down a little bit more and try to get some keywords. Like for this particular thing, it's for a particular job for my husband. So something about money, abundance, business, accomplishment. He works with steel, iron, and copper. He's a Scorpio and I'm a Virgo. I don't know if you can read that, but it doesn't really matter. So then I looked through a book of correspondence that I have. Let me see if I can. Let me pause it and I'll go get that for you so you can see. Alright, there it is. The correspondence, Lulens. I have the Encyclopedia Spells. I kind of use that for ideas. I don't really take too much out of it. But anyway, the Book of Correspondence. Now I'm going to walk back over where I was, but I don't want you to see my whole messy room, so hang right on. Okay. Back to my little notebook here, which I'm sure all of that pausing was unnecessary, but you know, it is what it is. So anyway, I go through the Book of Correspondence, and I used money because that's basically what this job is really, why he wants this particular job is because the payout's really nice. So I went through the Book of Correspondence, listed all the pages that had money noted on them. From there, I used my other words. So next was business. And anything that had business got a hash mark on it. Anything that had abundance got a hash mark on it. So that in the end, what I was specifically... so abundance, accomplishment, steel, iron, copper. They all got hash marks. And then anything that was related to a Scorpio, which is my husband, got an S. Virgo, which is me, got a V. And then I went through and highlighted all of the pages that had 3 or more items on them. And anything that had Scorpio and Virgo both listed. So those were all kind of things that I wanted to make sure I reviewed. And then there's just some more on this page. These extra pages were maybe stuff that had Scorpio and Virgo on them, but maybe none of the other correspondence, so I might have been looking up something else. I don't remember exactly at the time. And then there were some pages related to gods, goddesses, planets, and the moon phase for whatever I might have been looking at as far as correspondence went. So then I made a list of possible correspondence, things with... hand looks giant like that, sorry. Things with asterisks had all my criteria, 3 or more correspondence, plus they had contained Scorpio and Virgo in them. Then a few others that were just noted for, maybe they were just Scorpio, maybe just Virgo, maybe just a correspondence, but no Scorpio or Virgo. And the reason I included the Scorpio and Virgo part of everything is because I wanted as many correspondences as I could that associated with both my husband and I, as this was even though it's him that will be going to work, it affects both of us. From that point, I made a list of a few of the correspondences that had the asterisks. Let's see, what else was I looking at? Yeah, I guess these are all the ones just with the asterisks. And then I jotted down a couple of notes. I looked in the Encyclopedia of Spells, a couple of things that I might have that were related to some of these correspondences, or a business spell or something like that. And I just wrote down some notes of the spell, not the actual, like the whole spell, but just like the gist of it, and included it in this like brainstorming technique that I had. After that, I did a few other, like the brainstorming of like when it would be starting, when the full moon was, because it was on a Sunday and I couldn't do that. I had to actually start on a Monday. Then the Monday was the 13th, and 13, 1 plus 3 is 4. If you look at the 13, that means business or accomplishment. So that would have been okay. And then just a couple of other things that were going on. Pentacles, as far as tarot goes, is related to money or success, business, accomplishment, stuff like that. Wheel of Fortune itself, Wheel of Fortune, is just, all of abundance, life, whatnot. And then some runes that were also related to success or prosperity. And then, let's see, what else do I have here? Oh, some other notes that I might have been thinking about. Those were included. And then the actual, kind of an outline for the actual spell work. The anointment oil or success oil. Some of the things that I'd want to include. These weren't exactly what I included, but I was just going through and kind of writing it out. Just again, this is just like brainstorming different things. Runes to carve on my candles. Then what it actually amounted to, what I actually included in my oil, in my incense. These are when I went to go make them, like for the video, the items that I gathered to make these up. These were actually what went into each thing. Let's see, what else do I got here? Possible altar setup, and then what I might have done on that Monday. Let's see, the outline. Yeah, basically the outline for Monday. And then the outline for what I might want to do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday through Sunday, because my life's a little bit hectic on those. I don't have the alone time, the spiritual time I need to really focus on these, so I just put something light like Feed the Lodestone. And then to repeat everything every day until my candles have burnt down. So that is how I set up, I plan for my ritual. I don't do a ritual or spell for everything or every day. My life is pretty normal day to day. I don't feel the need to get my witch on, let's say. That's part of me. This path is relatively new for me, at least calling myself, I should say, a witch is very new. It was really started as something that my family called me as a joke, and I really had to research the fact that people really did call themselves witches and really partaked in a practice. And when I got into researching different practices and different things that people considered or were doing in the magic realm of the real world. Okay, don't judge me for thinking, people didn't really do these things. I just didn't know. I had no idea. But as I got into that research, I realized, wow, people do this. This is real. The things I do every day, I am really just on the fringes of this. So as I did more research and I found more and more things that I agreed with that felt right, I was like, this is a path for me. I just had no idea. So I'm kind of in a explore, excitement, honeymoon phase of this whole witchy title. So I'm living it up, kind of enjoying it. All right, back to my little ritual thing. So anyway, I do a lot of research. I make the notes. I kind of plan out what feels right, what I want to do. These tarot cards I have right here, these are the, let's see, Tarot of Fire. These are some pretty intense cards. Fire is, you know, the one element that you have to create. Water, air, earth, spirit, they are already there. So I thought, let's add some fire into this. Fire can destroy, but fire can also replenish. It's, you know, makes way for new growth, that kind of thing. But anyway, so these cards are pretty intense. They all have some fire relation. I'm not going to do a whole flip through because this video is getting long enough. So anyway, some of the days I have, as far as my ritual goes, is to, one of them was to flip through the cards to find your first pentacle. And with that pentacle is basically what I plan to accomplish, or what I can expect to accomplish. And the card before and the card after are what I need to do to accomplish that. And maybe what I need to avoid, the one in the back, what I need to avoid to make sure my ritual comes to attrition, or my request comes to true. Another one is to find the King of Pentacles. And the card before that is what you need to work on to reach that. So that's for another day. So anyway, that's part of my ritual. And then, let me adjust this camera a little bit. See, my ceiling's not finished in this room. Okay. So then, ritual, or altar setup. And I'll just name a few things that I have here. So, my goddess statues, they're always present for everything. It's the goddess that I call upon for my request. And then I have some goldstone, green, blue, and orange or red. Then I have some tiger iron or tiger's eye. This is, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but bloodstone. Little stone rabbit there because rabbits are productive. And that desert selenite, because the way it forms, it attracts that sand and traps it in. I thought that would be really good to have on the altar, that attraction. And then over here I have a goddess candle and a white candle for my intentions. A lodestone that I am feeding silver to 3 times, 3 scoops every day. And then just incense. And then I have some magnetic hematite. Now these balls, let's see what happens if I move one ball. So I'll have to fix those afterwards. But you see, they're magnetic. So with the 3 balls situated, let's see if I can separate them. Nope. Can't do it one-handed. Anyway, so the 3 balls are there to attract each other, to pull that in. And then I have some malachite, because that's the stone of accountants. It's always been the stone of money for me. And then 2, let's back up a little bit, large tapers. So that each night these tapers have been anointed with my oil that I made. And my incense goes on the charcoal disc. So each night I light the candles. They have been anointed with the oil. And I don't know if we'll be able to see. They have been inscribed with the runes. So each night I light them. I meditate on what it is that I am asking for. I do the tarot reading or whatever the tarot card is for that day, whether it be the First Pentacle or the King of Pentacles. Some days it's just a meditation. And then ask for what I'm asking for. After I'm done, I thank the goddess. I clear my intent, which is basically shutting out the, putting the candles out and putting out the green candles, and that ends my ritual each night. I don't cast a circle. I don't feel the need to do that. What I do is ask the goddess to hear me, let her know what my intent is, let her know what it is that I'm asking for, and in the end, when I thank her, when I'm shutting out the candles, putting out the candles, I let her know that I understand fully that I can't see the full picture, and that what I am asking for may not be what's right for me at this time, but it's what I feel is right. It's what I know. And for her to do, or not for her to do, but for her to help guide me on the path to get what it is that I'm looking for, what it is that I need. I don't know if that's making any sense, but it makes sense to me when I do it. So anyway, I just thought I'd kind of go step through an entire ritual type of thing for me and what I do. It'd be interesting to hear your comments or maybe see other videos of what other people do. How you plan for ritual. Where do you come up with your ideas? Is your spell from a book? Is it from the internet? Do you wing it? That kind of thing. So that's all for now. Have a great night.